Welcome back everyone. As always, it is a blessing to be here. Today we are doing Shiba Inu, and we are doing it the same way we do everything on this channel, which is by reading past the headline. There are 5 SHIB stories going around right now. Every single one of them leads with a number in the billions. And when you convert those billions into actual dollars, the story changes completely. One of them describes $500,000. 2 of them describe the same event in opposite directions. And one of them is not a breakout at all. Let us start with where SHIB actually is. SHIB is at 0.000049, up 8.1% on the day. Market cap is $2.88 billion, and it traded about $145 million in the last 24 hours. Hold on to that volume number because we are going to come back to it, and it is going to do a lot of work. Story 1, and this is the one filling up everybody's feed. Can 110 billion Shiba Inu in net exchange outflows save SHIB from further decline? 110 billion. That is the number in the headline, and it is a real number. It comes from CryptoQuant. It covers 24 hours, and the reasoning behind it is sound. When coins leave exchanges, there is less supply sitting somewhere ready to be sold, and traders read that as a good sign. Here's what nobody put in a headline. 110 billion SHIB at the price SHIB is trading at right now is about $537,000, not 500 million. 537,000. That is a number that would not buy you a house in a lot of American cities. And now put that against the volume I asked you to remember. SHIB traded about $145 million today. The flow that every headline is calling significant is about 0.37% of a single day of trading. It is a rounding error inside a rounding error. And I want to be precise about what that comparison does and does not prove, because I am not saying the outflow is fake. Coins genuinely left exchanges. What I am saying is that the size of it cannot support the weight the headline puts on it. If $500,000 of a $2.88 billion asset moving between wallets were enough to set the price, then the price would be set several times over every single hour of every single day, because that is roughly what $145 million of daily volume means. Flows matter when they are large relative to the thing they are supposed to move. This one is not. I want to be fair here because the article itself is careful. It says, and I am quoting them, that the data gives investors a reason for cautious optimism, but does not guarantee an immediate price recovery. They also say outflows become significantly more bullish when they persist alongside stronger demand. That is a responsible piece of writing. It is the headline and the way that headline travels that does the damage. Story 2, and this is where it gets genuinely strange, because a second outlet reported the same flow data in the same week and described it going the opposite direction. One outlet says net outflows of 110 billion SHIB, meaning coins are leaving exchanges. The other says total exchange net flow remains positive at 112.13 billion SHIB and describes that as continued buying pressure. Those are almost the same number, and they are pointing in opposite directions. Coins leaving exchanges and coins arriving at exchanges are not the same event, and normally they mean opposite things. Now, I am not going to sit here and tell you one of these outlets is lying because I cannot verify their measurement windows from the outside, and there are legitimate reasons 2 providers report flow differently. But here is what I can tell you, and this is the part that matters for you. Both of those articles were written as bullish. Whichever direction the money went, the reader was told it was good news. And when a number works as a bullish signal pointing either way, it is not a signal, it is decoration. So here's a test I would ask you to run on every metric anyone shows you from now on. Ask what number would have made them bearish. If there is no answer to that question, if the data could have come in the other way and still been written up as a reason to buy, then what you are reading is not analysis. It is a conclusion that went looking for a number. Story 3, a $425 million breakout, and Shiba Inu is back in bullish harness. If you watched my XRP video earlier today, you already know exactly what is coming, because it is the same trick with a different coin. That $425 million is not money that entered Shiba Inu. It is the change in SHIB's market capitalization. The price went from 0.0000474 to 0.0000493. That is a move of about 4%. Market cap is just the price multiplied by every token in existence. So when the price ticks up 4%, the market cap jumps by hundreds of millions of dollars, and absolutely nobody had to send any money anywhere for that to happen. To that article's credit, it is honest about the technical picture. It says it is still too soon to declare a complete trend reversal, and it points out SHIB is well below its long-term moving average. It gives you resistance at 0.000005 and support underneath. That is real technical work. The 425 million in the headline is the part that is decorative. Story 4. A US crypto exchange lists Shiba Inu as the recovery gains momentum. Now, exchange listings can genuinely matter. A new venue means new buyers who could not easily reach the asset before. So let us look at what this one actually is. The exchange is called uex.us. SHIB can now be traded there against Tether and bought with PayPal, bank wire, or card, and there is a savings product paying 4.5%. Here is the context the headline does not give you. Shiba Inu is one of the most widely listed tokens in this entire industry. It is on Binance, on Coinbase, on Kraken, on basically everything. The article itself describes this as expanding SHIB's reach and adding another trading venue which is accurate and appropriately modest. This is not a first listing. It is an additional one on a venue most people watching this have never heard of. If you are looking for a reason SHIB went up 8% today, this is not it. And I can show you exactly what a listing is worth for this asset, because the same article shows you. It mentions that about a week earlier, SHIB spiked to 0.00001 after an Australian exchange listing. That is a real event. It happened. And at the time, it would have looked like proof that listings move the price. Today, SHIB is at 0.000049. That spike gave back more than half. From here, SHIB would need to roughly double just to get back to where the last listing catalyst put it. So when somebody tells you a listing is bullish, the honest response is to ask what happened after the last one. In this case, the last one round tripped inside of a week. And the article telling you about the new listing is the same article that shows you the old one failed. And that is worth sitting with for a second, because it is the difference between two things that look identical on a chart on the day they happen. A catalyst changes what the asset is. A spike changes what the price is for a little while. Adoption, regulation, a genuine change in who is allowed to buy something, those change what an asset is. A new venue for a token that already trades everywhere does not. Both of them produce a green candle. Only one of them is still there a month later. Story 5. Bitcoin revival meets a SHIB catalyst. This article names 3 catalysts for Shiba Inu, and I want to read them to you exactly as they are presented. 1. VanEck data showing 8 of 12 Bitcoin capitulation signals are active. 2. The Clarity Act and the regulatory clarity it would bring. 3. Possible interest rate cuts. Loosening liquidity. Read those 3 again. The first one is about Bitcoin. The second one is a piece of federal legislation covering the entire asset class. The third one is monetary policy. Not one of those 3 is a Shiba Inu catalyst. They are market catalysts, and SHIB happens to be in the market. The article is honest enough to label all 3 as unconfirmed, and it describes the recovery as fragile, and it says an altcoin rotation has not yet materialized. And now I want to point out something about these 5 stories that I do not think anybody else is going to tell you. One of those articles is titled, "What is first for Bitcoin, 70,000 or 60,000?" It was written with Bitcoin sitting at 64,800. Another one has XRP fighting for the $1 threshold, written with XRP at $1.01. Today, Bitcoin is at $71,776 and XRP is at $119. The question those articles were asking got answered while they were still circulating. Bitcoin did not choose between 70 and 60. It went straight through 70 for the first time since early June. So what actually moved Shiba Inu today? The same thing that moved everything else. President Trump hosted crypto executives at the White House and urged Congress to pass the Clarity Act. The Treasury expanded its buybacks of long-dated bonds, and roughly $1.14 billion of short positions were liquidated across the market. SHIB did not go up because 110 billion tokens moved. SHIB went up because the entire asset class went up. And you can see that in the ordering. PEPE is up 17.8% today. Dogecoin is up 9.6%. Shiba Inu is up 8.1%. If there were a Shiba Inu specific catalyst, SHIB would be at the top of that list. It is at the bottom of it. Every meme coin moved, and the ones with no news at all moved harder. So what would actually change my mind here? Not a flow number, the level. That You Today article gives resistance at 0.00005, and it says a confirmed break above it would be more significant than the percentage gain. And I think that is exactly right. SHIB is knocking on that door right now. If it closes above it and holds for more than a session or two, that is a real technical event you can point at. And the thing that would make any of this durable is the Clarity Act actually advancing in the Senate, because that changes what institutions are permitted to do rather than how traders feel this week. As always, none of this is financial advice, and nothing here is a price prediction. Shiba Inu is a high-risk asset, and I am not telling you to buy it or to sell it. Every figure I have shown you today is a live number with a source, and all 5 articles are linked below. Go and read them yourself and see whether you come to the same conclusion I did. If this was useful, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you catch these breakdowns as they come.